Happy New Year, friends! Welcome to Kwentuhang Amerika. Kasama ko si Fe, dalawang Joy, Joy Ladimora at Joy Ekstrom. Ako si Jong Alvaro para sa Kwentuhang Amerika. Alright, so our topic for today is about paano ka napunta sa Amerika. So, sinong mauna?
I nakapunta sa America because of my education. I'm a registered nurse, so I took a battery of exams, so many exams. In my time, CGFNS, then I finally came to the States in 1982 until 84. Went back home and came back in 87 and continues na yan, 1987 up to now. So, that's it.
Who's next? Joy Ladimora.
Si Joy Ladimora. Hello, good evening everyone. Ay, si Joy Ladimora po ito. Happy New Year everyone. Ako nakapunta ko rito sa Amerika because my husband petitioned me as a fiancé. Alam niyo parang gusto ko na sana maging matandang dalaga Kaso dumating sa buhay ko yung asawa ko. So, and that was in 2005 when we he was introduced to me by my cousin, and then continues in communication until the time that I went to Saudi Arabia, and then petitioned me to come in here, and eventually I was able to come in here in 2007 January. That's it. My husband's not a member of the church, but I am so grateful because he's wonderful guy.
Joy Ekstrom, and I'm formerly Joy Alvaro, the sister of Jong. But anyway, I came to the U.S. in 1991 after staying in Australia for 6 months, and I proceeded to come to America, and I just came here as a tourist and started working and everything, and then I found Glenn in one of my visits with my friend. A friend na kasama ko sa mission, sabi niya sa akin, come to Washington State para I have somebody to introduce you to. Yung in-introduce niya sa akin, hindi kami nag-click.
Walang feeling.
Walang feeling. Nag-date kami once, but it didn't happen. Walang chemistry. And so what happened was I found I was in the church. Ang ward nila dito sa friend ko is mga a ward of 60 people. Hindi nga ward, it's only a branch. And then Glenn was one of them. Newly member lang si Glenn. Then that's where I met. And then we started dating until we got married. Yun. Kaya ako napunta dito. Tourist lang.
Alright. So, in my case, paano ako napunta dito? In 2016, nauna si Richie sa teaching job niya, trabaho sa Energize School of Excellence sa Houston, Texas. And then, for 6 years, nakatira kami sa Houston, and then we moved up here dito sa Springville, Utah, dahil sa mga apo at saka mga anak. Yeah. So any additional sa mga introduction nyo? Parang mabilis yung 2 minutes natin.
Okay then. So ako,
okay.
umpisahan ko na sa akin. Okay? So I would consider myself as a lucky person, okay? So I came here in 2007, then January, got the job at University of Texas Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences in June. Right away nakapasok ako. Just in 4 weeks pasok agad ako nakatama. But the thing is, I should say na medyo hindi rin maging maganda experience, Sabi nga you cannot always have bed of roses in life, right? So after 4 months that I've been in UT graduate school, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And then, but survived that until the time na ngayon naman, recently, I was diagnosed with another cancer, which is breast cancer. And today marks the very, very important day of my life because today was my last chemo shot. And I'm so grateful. I am
Yes.
so grateful, and I'm so blessed that I survived all this, medical issues or health issues that I had. And I'm so thankful for the Lord for uh for that, and all the people who have supported me and continually praying for me and loving me and caring for me. That's it.
Ganda. Okay. Additional?
Mm.
So, do I have time?
Yeah,
Of
you
Is
still
that
course.
have time.
additional? Oh, okay. So, I came here in 1982, so I stayed here 2 years. I went back to the Philippines and got married. My husband is a non-member of the church. Up to now, he's still a non-member. So in 1987, I came back. In 1991, that's when I was able to get my family, my whole family. So in 19 so I came as an H1 visa holder. So I was just a worker. Then I became permanent resident. And then I was able, through the hospital petitioned me to be a permanent resident, including my husband and my older daughter, even while they were still in the Philippines. So in 1991, they finally were able to come here and join me in 1991. In 1996, we all became US citizens except for the one that's already an American because she was born here, our second daughter. So 1996, we became American citizens, and my education wise or work wise, registered nurse, first in general care, and then pediatrics is my main specialty. Later on, I advanced to oncology, hematology, bone marrow transplant, and I obtained master's degree in nursing. Graduated in 1996 to the UT in San Antonio, UT Health Science Center in San
Galing
Antonio.
mo talaga eh.
Galing
Galing talaga.
talaga.
Smart talaga yan
Masters
si
of
Faye.
Science in Nursing.
Super,
Oh,
So
super
I am
smart si
MA pa
Faye.
siya eh.
very, very proud. But at first, really, initially, I didn't want to be a nurse. But because I'm already there, then what the heck? Just keep going, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Pursue it.
I was blessed. I was being obedient to my mom to become a nurse, but in that came blessings. So we are happy now. We're good. Right now, I'm retired.
All right.
So
Yes.
Happier. Uh-huh.
happy.
For me naman, so in 1993, I met Glenn and I started dating 1992, and then until 1993, and then I have to wait for another 6 months for him to marry me in the temple. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, even if you're a member of the church, I'm not going to marry until you have to marry me in the temple.
Wow. Taas
Galing
ng
naman.
standard.
At that time,
Taas ang standard.
Standard.
At that time, he was only 6 months member of the church. So I said, I'll be willing to wait for you until you become a 1 year member. Kasi he has to get the Melchizedek priesthood, di ba? Before we get married. So when the time came that he was already ready to get the Melchizedek priesthood, he asked me, where are we going to get married? Because we have temple in Seattle. At that time, I live with my friend in Spokane, Washington. But then when we started dating, or after we dated, I moved to Texas with Bobot, my brother, and my sister Janet. Kasi wala naman akong, I just visited her, my friend in Washington, and I have to leave. Nakakuha naman ako ng boyfriend, so malis na ako. So I left Washington
Yung pala
and
yung goal,
went to
ano?
Texas.
Yung pala yung goal niya,
While
makuha ng
waiting,
boyfriend.
yes, while waiting for him to be a Melchizedek priesthood holder, nandun ako sa Texas waiting. So I'm preparing for my wedding and everything. And so we got married on October 1. That was a day before the conference time yun eh. 1993. And I didn't even know that it was the 100th anniversary ng Salt Lake Temple. So, ang certificate namin, merong 100 years sa taas.
Oh, that's
That's
nice.
yeah,
Wow.
I didn't even know that. Only when I received the certificate, we got married on the 100 years of Salt Lake Temple. The opening of Salt Lake Temple. That was really nice.
Nice.
But anyway, we got married in Salt Lake Temple. And Mama was there. Bobo, my brother Jeff, and Janet, and his and kids, and then Jane came from the Philippines, and her two daughters also came. So that's when, and then from that time, after we got married, we started our life together in Washington State, and then we moved from a lot of places. So
Very, very informative introduction for all of you, no? Let's probably, since we still have so much time, pwede natin pag-usapan yung purpose ng ano natin, ng podcast natin. Ano yung mga nasa isip nyo na no, why should our listeners want to hear from us? Ano kaya pwede nilang malalaman or matutunan from us?
Well, I think ang matututunan nila na gusto nating malaman nila ay yung kung paano tayo, how we work hard to come to America. Okay? And then our experiences, how cultural differences really impact our lives.
yes,
Dahil that was if you are not, even if you went to see American movies or read American books, English books, you will still have a cultural shock. You come here to America and you're on your
Yes.
own. Like myself, I was by myself. I was the only one, no relatives. And I went to Brownsville, Texas, and it was a shock to me. Yung lahat, when you are by yourself in America, lahat gagawin mo. I was kind of aware that was the life
That's
here,
the
kind of life. Pero iba yung nandoon ka na, and ako, magluluto ako, magjo-duty pa ako, maglalaba pa ako, maglilinis ng banyo.
Yeah,
You know,
kailangan.
Yeah.
everything.
in the
Tapos-
Philippines, you have somebody to do it for you.
Tapos may roommate ka na iba-iba ang schedule nyo. I
Oh.
mean, you don't have privacy, natutulog ka, may darating, may lalabas. Although, ang setup naman sa America is in one room talagang two lang. Unlike in other places, I hear, like for example, in the Middle East, ang dami nila sa isang room. Like
Yeah.
bed. At least here in America, 2, maximum 3 in one bedroom.
Mm.
So, tapos ang shock pa in the workplace, it is very different. I was shocked when, for example, yung mag-sir and ma'am, for
yeah.
example, that's an insult if you do that here.
Mm.
Mr. or you say, Doctor, hindi, you call them by their first names. Hindi ako makasalita ng first name nila because I know na sila ay
Experience ko
doktor.
yan.
It's like
Yes.
Experience ko yan.
Yes.
But I always
Pilipinas.
ask permission. Can I call you by your first name? Or if ever, they will tell me na, oh, you can call me by my first name. Kasi sanay kasi tayo na, nire-respeto natin ng mga tao na
Yes.
merong katungkulan. I mean, may katungkulan or mas
Di ba
may
yan,
friend sa
di ba yan
atin.
turo ng mga American sa atin nung nandoon sila when we were colonized na ma'am, sir? Parang sa kanila yan
kanila
a
ba
lot
isa
of
eh.
them don't know that.
Hindi.
Pero
Siguro
in
mga nung
pero-
araw siguro.
but
Pero
then-
right now,
Yeah, but then
Oh,
here in the South, kasi North ka ko lang start no. In the South, they always say ma'am and sir.
yeah,
Yeah, here dito. Kaya nga ano nga kami kasi sabi ko, "Oy, meron pa lang mag-ma'am dito." Ganun.
Yeah, mga respectable. Mga kapitbahay ko dito.
Pero, yeah.
Yan
Yes,
ba-
ma'am yan sila lagi.
Sa Pilipinas, kahit hindi naman ikaw nasa sa professional environment or workplace, if you see them in the market, in the street, attorney,
Yeah.
you know, hindi to
Yeah.
hindi.
Doctor.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So,
Yung parang yan ang isang difference ng here and over there.
mm,
Kasi yung
Tayo-
dito, dati sa atin, yung parang gayon nga sinabi mo, may katungkulan ka na pinag-aralan ka na, parang ang taas-taas na ng tingin ng tao sa'yo, parang gano'n. Especially if you are a board passer or a bar passer, gano'n. Yung
Dito,
parang,
dito
meron-
pantay-pantay
parang,
lang.
ano na yan ba, yung part na yan ng ano mo, life mo, attorney, kahit na ano sa atin,
So-
wala naman dito yan eh.
So parang
Wala.
cultural ano yan, isa
Culture.
sa cultural
Cultural
differences.
difference, yes.
Yeah.
I think-
Ano pa yung mga nakita
I
niyo
think
na
one thing-
ano?
I think one thing na pwede natin pag-usapan o pwedeng matutunan ng ibang mga kababayan din natin is how we thrive and how we survive here. Kala nila siguro dahil nandito tayo sa Amerika, ang dali ng buhay. Kala nila siguro kumikita tayo ng dollars ganun-ganun lang tayo gumastos. Kala
Yeah.
ng mga iba ay, naku, mayaman yan kasi nasa Amerika. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing we can share with you.
Yeah.
That's one thing we can share with you. And
Yes.
here in America, you have to be organized. You have to really put things in order. Kasi mahirap eh. Mahirap pag hindi ka organisado dito. At saka hindi ka marunong mag-budget. That's it. Number one yan. Although tinuturo sa simbahan natin yan. Kasi ano yun
Speaking of
Sapul ako dyan,
experience
sapul.
ba yan?
Kapag
Ako
ako
naman.
dyan.
Sa akin naman, ang isang ano ko, yung cultural difference kay Faye, tapos yun sa iba yung life. Sa akin naman, yung relationship ng relationship ko sa mga fellow members of the church. Kasi I mostly nag-start ako sa north, sa
Washington.
north side of the country. Parang there's really I'm the only Filipina in the ward. And then some of the people in the ward, they don't even know about Philippines, or they don't even know a Filipina. Parang ganun. Parang ang layo ng a lot of them doesn't even want to talk to me. Parang probably because they don't know how to deal with Asian person or something like that. Sabi nga ni Glenn you know what? Until I married you, I never knew about a Filipino girl. Ganon siya. So I think basing on what he said to me, parang ganon siguro ang ibang members din. Parang
Yes.
hindi nila alam kung how to deal with me kasi I'm a foreigner. Parang ganon.
Oy,
Kaya parang ganon.
maybe dahil sa geographical location mo. Because
Yes.
ako,
Wala
nandun
rin.
ako sa southernmost tip, malapit na sa
Yeah.
Mexico. And people there are
Friendly.
like 99.9% Hispanic mga
Hispanic,
Mexicans.
yeah.
They're very, very friendly. Their culture is just like
Yeah.
ours.